One last call for these marbles in the Marble Summer Championship Champions Tour to put their name into the history books, among so many others that have done it on this very event, the Championship Speedway, a new track this year, but you see these recent winners, some championship pedigree between them with Google Earth and Party there, and a really simplified track this season, one turn and then a super long straight, and a longer straight over the concrete this season. So just two marbles that can win the championship. Flair with a 7-point lead over Skyline. If he makes the semifinals, the worst that can happen to him is a tiebreaker. Skyline would have to win the event in that instance. So it's a lot harder for Skyline to win this than Flair, but not impossible, especially if Flair fails to advance. But in this first race, neither of those two featured. This one all just for fun at this point, as it's Electric Eel who gets the jump on Cloudstorm. Now Evergreen makes a nice pass, making a big run. Evergreen falls off the track. That's a DNF as Electric Eel wins the race. The Wasps come in second, Cloudstorm trailing in third. So you see kind of how violent this track can get, and there's less screws on the track, but now they're like obstacles that are going to make you fall off rather than just obstacles that will slow you down. So have to nurse the speeds there and try and stay on that inner lane. Next group, also no sign of Skyline or Flair in it. It's just another race just for consolation at this point, as Cherry let him down. He falls off. I think Dandelion's going to easily win this race. He shot off into the distance. Google Earth comes in second and Nightfall in third. I mean, that was an incredibly fast time from Dandelion. It is kind of hard to see him there, but he just shoots on down and disappears out of the picture as Google Earth executes a nice pass on the ramp and gets enough speed to finish in second place. So that makes halfway through these first round events, and Skyline is going to appear in this first round and does get the jump. Hurricane also following him. Skyline has to finish in the top two, and it looks like he's going to do more than that. It's going to be first place for him in this qualifying heat. Hurricane got passed by Party at some point, and Banana Split didn't finish. I don't even think he even got over the hump. No, it did not look like it, so tough break there for Banana Split. As for the others, solid run, and Hurricane just lost out some serious momentum, and Party got a nice run. And now the big one right here. Flair fails to advance. This really opens up the championship. He does get to start on the front row, just like Skyline did, and gets a good jump. All he has to do is stay on the course and finish strong. Looks like it'll be a first place finish. Scorpion and the Ghost trying to come back. They will not. And it will be Flair and Scorpion moving on. The Ghosts get third place, and Prairie Grass in fourth. So Flair, at the worst, has guaranteed himself a tiebreaker with Skyline. That would be Flair having the worst performance in the semifinal consolation, and Skyline winning the whole event. So the odds really getting low for Skyline at this point, probably 95-5, Flair winning the championship. But first, the third place match, with all these marbles competing for just consolation at this point, in a pretty engrossing battle here between Hurricane and Nightfall. But here come the Ghosts making a huge charge. They're going to try to win this race, and at the line it's very close, and it's going to Hurricane. So Nightfall lost his joust with Hurricane with some tough luck there, but look at the Ghost just come shooting out the bottom of the screen, and you'd have to think if this course was a little bit longer, that would be a victory for the Ghost. It's very close, just about exactly the width of that tape line, and it goes to Hurricane, so he gets the maximum 2 points that he could have there to close down his tournament. Semifinal A without Skyline or Flair, so they will be in the same semifinal group. But it's Dandelion once again leading us down, in another beautiful time from Dandelion. But here comes a huge run from the Wasp. They challenge, and it will be Google Earth in third place. Dandelion does hold on for the win, putting in two of the fastest times of the day in both of his races, taking very well to this course so far, as the Wasps also a really strong run. But now it's time for the big one here. Flair does not get last place, or Flair does not advance in this race. The door is open. Skyline has to advance, and he does get the jump. As it stands, everything is still on board in this tournament. Skyline, huge run. Flair is not in the picture. At best, he's going to get third place, and he will. So Skyline advances. Flair does not. And all of a sudden, maybe it becomes 80-20 Flair at this point. Flair, of course, still has to get last place in his consolation match. Skyline has to get first in the final. He just ran away with that one. Now it's the pressure cooker. Flair starting in the back row. If he gets last place, it's really on for Skyline. Anything else, and Flair's a champion right now in second place. He's doing enough. Now he's in first place, running off into the distance and running off with a championship. Flair wins the Champions Tour here and takes down Skyline. It didn't even have to get scary for him. he takes care of business by himself with a first place in the semifinal consolation, clinching 6 points for the event, and more importantly, his first championship. For a marble that seems to be in every series on this channel, he's never won one, and now it's his crowning moment in his marble racing career. And the final all of a sudden has become a bit less impactful, but still pride on the line. Skyline would love to go win this, as it's Wasp and Dandelion once again have had some battles already. They're going to be side by side racing down. Here comes Party into the picture, and across the line it's the Wasps winning gold. Party actually steals silver as well. Huge run from him. I mean, it has been Wasp and Dandelion. They had a great race in the semi, and in the final here it was them too, but Party seems like he got the best run of anybody. And the Wasps with the freeze frame there win it. Party with the freeze frame there takes silver, and Dandelion has to settle for bronze. But that will do it for the Champions Tour, an abbreviated 6-event tournament. We still hope you enjoyed it. And of course, a huge congratulations to Banana Split, Skyline, and Flare, who make the overall podium. Those 3 marbles did not drop out of those spots after event 2, so they have held it down all season. The only changes between them have been within the top 3, as it's Banana Split, the bronze, Skyline the overall silver, and Flare the overall gold, adding to his summer of accolades with that runner-up in Time Attack just a couple of weeks ago. Thank you guys so much for watching the Champions Tour, and we'll see you back here in a few months with more marble racing content. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and take care.